basketball time on the Culpeper Media Network. Good evening, everybody. Donnie Johnson along with Gary Deal. Gary, tonight we get our first look of the season at the Culpeper Blue Devils, much improved from last year with a record of 4 wins and 3 losses as they take on the King George Foxes.
Yes, looking forward to it tonight, Donnie. Enjoyed last night's game at Eastern View, and I think we're going to see the same type games tonight, an up and down pace, fast pace, a lot of errors probably, but looking forward to watching some basketball.
Well, Mr. Jennings, Culpeper's coach, started a couple of freshmen tonight, and that's kind of unusual.
I like that. In fact, I know the 2 young men that Mr. starting tonight. I worked with them some when they were in 7th and 8th grade, and actually 5th and 6th grade with Devon. And I'm excited about that because that shows that he is really trying to develop his team, and I love seeing that from Mr. as coaching.
Has another great kid, a sophomore, Carter Evans, comes off the bench, and so they've got a good young ball club, and they're just going to get better as the season goes on.
Yep, and I think Benny Cottom's a game or 2 ago won Player of the Week, I believe, and Devon, I know Devon Sims, I know he's excited about playing, and looking forward to what he can do tonight as well.
Well, for King George, the guy you got to look out for is number 1, Xavier Pryor. He got 17 points the other night and 8 rebounds in King George's win over Westmoreland, and that's the only win they've had all season. They are 1 win and 4 losses on the season. And he's number 1, and also number 3, Eli Treslow. He is a good point guard, puts in a lot of work, and can score the basketball.
I'm looking forward to it, Donnie. Hope we see some good tempo tonight and some good motion and patience. We need patience.
By the way, I saw somebody in the stands that said you get fined for your work against the officials last night. So let's hope it's better tonight. All right, we'll be back in just a moment with the Culpeper Blue Devils hosting the King George Foxes on the Culpeper Media Network.
This season of high school basketball is brought to you by
Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. Battlefield Automotive, 547-3673.
CFC Farm and Home Center, 825-2200.
Found & Sons, 825-3530.
UVA Community Credit Union at uvacreditunion.org.
All right, Neil, take it away.
For the Foxes, Xavier Pryor. Number 2, Nick Smoot, starting 5. Number 3, Eli Truslow. Number 4, Taj Pointer. And number 24, Aiden Wright.
Like we said, the 2 top players to watch out for are Pryor and Truslow for King George. Now for our Blue Devils.
Coach for Foxes was Neil Lyburn. Benny Cottoms for the Blue Devils.
He's a big freshman.
Matthew Amos for the Blue Devils.
Number 10, Devon Sims.
Devon Sims, freshman.
Number 21, Elijah Mancha.
Number 21, Elijah Mancha.
And number 22, Jeremiah Jordan.
22, Jeremiah Jordan.
Tell you, this Mancha kid, he got some playing time last year, but the games I've seen so far this year, he has played really well. He's not flashy, but he gets the job done. He's a blue-collar basketball player, and he scores some points.
And I remember Jeremiah from last year too, Donnie. He played pretty well. Remember we were talking about him on occasion where we saw some potential.
Yeah.
And hopefully we're going to see more potential this year and more development.
He has played well down low, gives him a little height down there. So we'll see how it goes tonight.
Devon will too. Devon's a freshman, but he's probably a little over 6 foot right now, and Hopefully he'll grow 2 or 3, 4 more inches.
All right, just about set to get it going. It will be Jeremiah Jordan jumping against Andre Wright, and here we go. Foxes, of course, in the yellow, and Culpeper in the white. Amos, baseline, kicks it outside. Mancha, in and out. Jordan had it, lost it, but Blue Devils retained possession. Amos from the corner, no good. Again, Culpeper gets the ball, and now it's out of bounds.
I like the tempo though, Donnie. They're taking their time. They have good rhythm right now in the way they're moving. They have patience, and they don't seem like they're in fast-paced mode like you normally see high school players in.
Sims trying to get it down low, couldn't get it down to Jordan. Amos outside. Amos puts a wild one up there, can't get it to go, did not get a foul call. And King George comes down with a basketball. No score, just underway, and a steal. Amos to Mancha for 2.
Pass.
Now some pressure in the backcourt. Benny Cottons.
You know, the referee, the head of the referees might have been watching our game last night, Donnie. Maybe they're going to let him play some tonight. They're not calling any fouls so far.
Mancha. Again, that's 4 points from Mancha. He has all 4 of Culpeper's points. 4-0 Blue Devils. Pryor, Mancha on him. Pryor down low. And King George keeps possession. Truslow can't get it in. And Jordan clears. Mancha. Wheels. Almost lost the handle. Mancha running the offense from the outside. Amos. Sims. Got it. Devon Sims for 2, 6-0 Culpeper up.
That's what I like about Devon. He's got some size, and you see he didn't rush that shot. He took his time. He's a freshman. He's going to get stronger, but he took his time. He didn't try to force anything.
Xavier Pryor from the corner, 6'3". Mancha. The Cottons working it all around the outside, trying to move it in. Won't go. Follow up is no good. Rebound comes down King George. And a steal at the other end. Amos.
Got Cottons. Right.
3 on 2, and he couldn't get it.
That's why Amos got to keep his head up there a little bit. He had Cottons for a layup, a little bounce pass.
.446 to go first period, 6-3. Culpeper leading King George. Lozada stay King George. Mancha can't get the 3 to hang in there.
It's a good shot, though.
Smoot down low for Truslow. He can't handle it. Or rather for Cooper Sabata. So the ball turns over to Culpeper. Down the lane, and a foul is going to be called down under.
Like they were trying to run a little pick and roll that time, Donnie, and it was a good pick by Devon and good take to the basket by Cottums.
And Benny goes to the line. Foul is on Truslow. Cottums shot up and good. 7-3. Coming into the ball game now for King George is Andre Wright. Or excuse me, Aiden Wright. Second shot by Cottums is off the front iron, no good. And Wright clears. Ooh, that could have been called.
It would have been called last night.
Yeah, last night it would have been. Pryor down the lane, and he is fouled by Jordan. Jeremiah Jordan pleads his case, but to no avail. And Xavier Pryor at the line for King George. He'll get a pair and hits the first. Second shot for Pryor. Averaging about 7 points a game, and he hits this one. 7-5, 2-point lead now for the Devils. Cottums looking for help, and he traveled.
Good call.
Freshman mistake. Pryor on Amos, and Amos picks his pocket. Amos, 1-on-3. Got the basket and drew the foul. Nice play there by Ben Amos. Got the steal, got the layup, and drew the foul, and goes to the free throw line to try to complete a 3-point play.
Very good defense that time by Amos.
Very good.
I think the Blue Devils are in a man-to-man defense, so they're trying to put some pressure on the Foxes.
And Amos gets it. 10-5. Pryor, Amos on him again, gets a pick. Backs up. Good 3-point shot, but he just missed it. Got a good pick on that one. Mancha. Cottums for 3. Nope. King George with the basketball. Smoot down the lane. And he has the ball knocked out of bounds by Cottums. No foul call there, but a lot of contact.
That was good verticality by Jeremiah on that, number 22. He kept his hands up and showed great verticality there and didn't reach.
And got a foul on Culpeper. We'll send Aiden Wright to the line for King George. 10-5, Culpeper leading. Wright's first shot is up and good. Truslow back in for King George. Aiden Wright, second shot up, and it is good. Both shots went in, 2 for 2. 10-7, 3-point lead now, Culpeper. 3 minutes left in the first period. Trying to work that ball down low to Jeremiah Jordan, but they couldn't get it there, but he drew the foul. It's not a shooting foul. Mancha will throw it in. Amos, 10-footer will not go. And we got another whistle, and a foul this time is going to be called on Devon Sims.
Culpeper in the press now.
Pryor, I'm not sure about that one. I thought he lost the handle on it on his own before he got to the basket, but they call a foul on Amos.
That's the first one on Amos.
Yep, Jossie Shiflett is checking into the ball game now, and Jordan goes out for a rest. From the corner, Pryor can't get it to go. Amos to Mancha. Evans now in the ball game. Carter Evans, number 1.
Pass.
Oh, nice move.
Great pass.
Nice pass to Devon Sims.
Great pass.
And a foul.
Devon's down there on that low block too, and he can go either left or right. So he's ambidextrous and pretty good with both hands. So I expect nothing but improvement with him over the next couple of years.
All right, trying to complete that 3. Can't get it to go. We did mention in the opening, but the Culpeper JVs lost tonight by a score of 45-35 to King George. And that was a throwaway. We'll talk about luck. That was real luck. The ball ended up in the hands of Chance Wilson, who just happened to be right at the basket and put it in. J.Q. Williams now coming to the ball game. Wilson trying to complete a 3-point play. Off the mark and kicked out of bounds by King George. It'll belong to the Blue Devils.
So far, I'm impressed with Mancha for Culpeper, Donnie, and Matt Amos, of course, too. But I think they're going to be the main players here this year.
Mancha has
Culpeper.
really looked good so far.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's not flashy, but he gets the job done. Williams, triple team. Mancha driving. Off the glass a little hard. Pryor the other way for King George, and Carter Evans fouled him.
That's a good call.
12-9 the score. 1 minute 42 seconds left, first period. And Xavier Pryor will go to the line for King George.
That's right. We're in the 1-1 already.
Yep.
5 fouls.
Pryor hits the first. This is Culpeper's last game before the break. Easterview plays down at Jameson Road tomorrow night, but Culpeper's last game.
How long is the break, Donnie?
A long time. I think we come back January 3rd or something like that. Almost a steal there. And knocked out of bounds by Pryor. And we got some good games on TV for you in January. We have a really good lineup set. Culpeper and Easterview will play twice, and this is going to be a real competitive game both times this year.
Yeah,
And we get to see those girls play.
Yes. Amaya Robinson.
Yep.
Kelly Hutcherson. Layla Hackley. Looking forward to them.
Amos. Williams outside. Trying to get it to Carter Williams, but he couldn't. Cross court. Amos takes a 3. Amos, you know, a couple of years ago, he was hitting everything, and now he cannot hit an outside shot. And a lot of action there, but nothing significant happened.
They're letting them play tonight.
And that is going to be Culpeper's ball.
I think they heard us last night, Donnie. They're letting them play.
They are. Well, this is not the same group.
No, but I think somebody realized what was going on last night. So Maybe.
Well, that one official.
That's what I like to think.
That
anyway.
one official may be waiting for you outside the gate. Because you were hard on him. Evans. Williams. Down low. Evans puts it up. Can't get it to go. Moncher had it, lost it. Smoot. Two-point shot will not go. And got a foul underneath. Going to be called on Jussie Shiflett. We'll send to the line to Sean Thomas for the King George Foxes. First shot is in, and he can tie the score with his free throw. Second shot coming for Thomas. 1 point lead, Culpeper. And now we're tied, 12. 33 seconds left, first period. Will Culpeper play for the last shot, Gary?
I don't believe so. I'd like to see him play for the last shot.
Well,
got some inexperienced players on the court right now, so I don't know.
it's hard to
get them to understand
It is.
and do that computation.
Williams will throw it in. And he tried to get it into Carter Evans and was knocked out of bounds. Nick Smoot, the man who knocked it out. Now Williams will try again with 26 seconds.
I remember Carter Evans last year playing on JV. He was a really good player last year. I'm expecting him to develop this year as well.
Off the glass, Nick Smoot. 14-12. Foxes by 2, coming down on 10 seconds. Williams outside. That wasn't much of a foul, but they called it.
Yeah, that was a bad foul with 3.5 seconds.
Yeah. Williams will go to the line. Bonus now on both sides. And Williams could tie it with these two. Can't make the first one. Jackson Harrison now checks into the ball game for Culpeper. Williams' second shot is off the glass. Follow-up is in. Denny Cottums puts it in at the buzzer. The first quarter comes to an end with a score. The Culpeper Blue Devils 14 and the King George Foxes 14. We'll be back in 1 minute.
This season of high school basketball is brought to you by Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air. Battlefield Automotive, featuring Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford. Battlefield Automotive, a keystone of service and a cornerstone of our community. CFC Farm and Home Center, the service, knowledge, and products you need for your farm, home, pets, livestock, and equine since 1932. CFC Farm and Home Center. Found in Sons, more than a respected funeral home, they support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found in Sons. UVA Community Credit Union, strengthening the financial health of our members and of the entire Culpeper community. Learn more at uvacreditunion.org.
We are all tied up. At the end of one quarter, 14 all, King George and Culpeper, as King George tosses the ball in as we begin play in the second frame. From the corner, three-point shot way off the mark. Evans on the fast break puts it in.
Excellent pass there.
16-14. Blue Devils up by 2. Oh no, 3-point from way downtown won't go. And losing the ball out of bounds. Caden Francis.
See, that's where you got to slow it down and take your time. Even if he'd have made that, pulled that ball over, he didn't have anywhere to go with it.
Right, he didn't have any, nobody was down. He was all alone.
He was going to force the shots, what he was going to do.
Right.
But he's developing, so he's going to learn that.
3-pointer by Nick Smoot. 17-16. King George up by 1. Evans for 3. In and out. Smoot comes down with the ball.
I think the only way that King George can really beat you, in my opinion, is to hitting threes. So I would extend my defense, like right here.
Smoot, and I don't know that they can hit threes.
Well, they've hit quite a few, so.
Ball turns over to Culpeper. 6:26 to go first half. 17-16. King George up by a point. Pretty good crowd here. You know, you got to figure everybody's Christmas shopping, and traditionally you don't have big crowds that week, 10 days before Christmas.
How did we pack that gym back in our day?
Well, that was a different era. Evans for 3, and Evans pops it in. 19-17. He is a 3-point threat.
He's a good little player.
He is. Baseline shot up and in by Dawson West. Williams. Ball is kicked, so it will stay with Culpeper. Truslow will come back in for King George, and Wright will go out. Way outside to Cottums. Mancha the baseline, back outside. Evans. Williams tried to get it down low, now does. And Jordan touched the line with it, but a foul is called from behind on Nick Smoot.
Jeremiah's just got to realize and use his peripheral vision and understand that he's being double teamed. You got to kick it back out, keep working the ball around the perimeter and establish position across the block.
Way outside now, Cottums. Down the lane, dumps it off, and a nice rejection in there again.
Devon Sims, he's not quite as aggressive as he should be yet, but he's just a freshman. I think he'll get more aggressive, but he takes his time down there when he's got the ball. He doesn't panic, not anxious. He's looking to get a free shot, an open shot. He'll give you a pump fake. So I like his fundamentals in the low block.
First shot up and in by Devon Sims. Wright is back into the ball game, and checking out is Tishawn Thomas on who the foul was. Second shot is up, and he got them both. Sims, the freshman, 21-19, Blue Devils by 2. And a throwaway, and Culpeper gets the ball back. You know, you could, just from what we've seen here, and of course I've seen it before, but you haven't. But Culpeper's a much improved team from last year.
They are. They're playing more in control, Donnie.
Yep.
They're not just running up and down the court and forcing shots.
Mancha can't get it to fall. It went in and circled around and came back out. Smoot wanted to take it, but wouldn't.
They extend.
Right. Off the glass, no good. Mancha the other way. The man from La Mancha and a steal.
No fouls here.
I
No
think
fouls.
I jinxed him.
No fouls.
Well, they fouled him, but he stopped. The Mancha is going to be charged with a foul. And that's kind of a frustration foul. You get your ball stolen from you and you want to make up for it. So it's understandable. You got to remember these are 15, 16, 17-year-old kids. Pryor at the line. Got it. 21-20, 1 point lead now for the Devils. And we're tied at 21. Mancha doubles teamed outside. Down low, trying to get the ball down to Jordan, couldn't.
And
Pryor. Right, will back it out. Blue Devils in that zone. And a steal. Carter Evans, I want to say La Mancha, but it's just Mancha. Now what? And they call a foul. Was that an offensive foul? I don't know what that was on Mancha. They didn't keep they didn't give him the basket. I don't know what happened there.
not sure either, Donnie.
Anyway, King George has the basketball and Mancha has a foul. Smoot. In low. Truslow can't get a shot away. They finally kick it out. Smoot will take a three. Nope, Truslow had it, lost it. And coming down with the ball is Benny Cottums. Mancha, and he is fouled this time. I think he's a little frustrated, and he just kind of took it to him. He's going to have to foul me or give me the basket, one of the two. Cottums for three, and he's fouled, will go to the line. You know, these kids, like you said, they stick together. This is going to be a good ball club.
Yeah, they play in control more. I mean, even that last sequence where you saw Mancha come down the court real fast and Devon Sims was out in front. You see Devon going down right under the basket where he should be. He didn't hang around out at the three-point line. He knows where to go. He's there for the assist. He understands the game, and that's going to, you know, having players like that that understand the game is really going to help Mister in the next year or two.
Let's just hope they don't enter the portal.
Right.
Man, you got to discuss that one of these days. That is, I am so fed up with that college portal business. Nobody has any loyalty anymore at all. Look at football.
The compensation is ruining the college game.
It is. Second shot is good. Liberty's quarterback is not going to play in a bowl game. And Marshall had to forfeit a bowl game because they don't have any players.
Huh.
Smooth from outside. Ooh, nice.
That's what you got. You can't give King George that right there.
You got to get in his face.
Yes. They got several shooters, and that's what I meant earlier. You can't. That's the only way they can beat you.
Nice pass by Mancha down low, and Amos puts it in. 27-24. Under 3 minutes now to go, first half.
Know where your shooters are.
and knocked out of bounds. And it was off King George. Nick Smoot couldn't handle it. It hit his chest and went out. And then we get a timeout. And with timeout on the floor, we will tell you about localsportshistory.com. It's the community sports site that you are building organically. Check out local sports information or contribute your submissions at localsportshistory.com. Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing that they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. 2:35 left, first half, 3-point lead for Culpeper. Good ball game. And we're going to see some really good ball games this year. Both these teams are competitive. And Jeremiah Jordan is saying, I did not touch it. I did not knock it out of bounds. And the official says you did. And he is in charge. Smoot. 10-footer is blocked. And Amos came down with the ball, but we got a whistle back there. And foul called on somebody. It will be King George ball at their own end of the court. And a steal. Mancha all alone. Two more. 29-24. Amos right there, nice hands.
You can't leave your man. Cannot leave him.
Porter can't get it to go. Amos 1-on-2. Missed it. Touched last by King George, so Culpeper will retain possession.
That's where Amos has got to look over his shoulder and see if he's got any teammates trailing. They call it trailing. That way he can dish it back off when he got two people coming to him. Hit the trail person for the layup.
Mancha for three. Off the glass, no. Underneath. A whistle. And going to the line will be Devon Sims.
The freshman.
The freshman.
He's played well the first half.
He has. So has Cottums.
Cottums has two. Devon's got 6 points so far.
And Carter Evans, when he was in there, played well.
Yes, he did.
Got that one. 30-24 now. Blue Devils up by 6 points. Minute 50 to go, first half. Second shot up, and he got them both. That's impressive, too. These young kids are making free throws.
Yeah, he's had a good first half. I'm enjoying watching this.
Biggest lead.
I worked with him quite a bit when he was 6, 7, 8, 10 years old.
7-point lead for Culpeper. Minute 38. First half. Smoot. Looking for help. Pointer. Down the lane. Nice move with the left hand by Pointer. 31-26. Mancha. He did everything but put it in the basket. And they get a foul underneath. And foul is going to be called on Max Douglas. Carter Evans back into the ball game now. Little shoelace problem.
Yeah, he's not even old enough to know how to really tie a shoelace. I'll be honest. Kids like that, it takes them a while to learn how to tie the shoelaces right.
I saw you having trouble, so I couldn't let you get away with that one. And a foul again on Douglas. That's his second in about 10 seconds.
I think he's off at a middle school team too, Donnie. I think he might be a freshman. Off the Culpeper middle school team.
Way outside Pointer. Baseline, 15-footer, no good. Follow up by Pointer is in. 31-28. Nice reverse layup, but it wouldn't go. But a foul is called. And going to the line is going to be Benny Cottums. Benny and the Jets.
I remember that, Donnie. Not too many people that are listening probably remember that.
I remember that. Elton John.
Yep.
First shot up, no good. 35.4 seconds left first half. 31-28. Culpeper up by 3. Got him second shot coming. One out of 2. 4-point lead now. And substitutions coming in now for King George. Wright is back in the ball game. Spook. Pointer down low to Wright. Wright moves into the lane. Got a nice little opening in there, but couldn't get it to go. I think he found himself too open that time because he wiggled his way in there and was in a really good position for that shot.
I think that's 3 on Douglas, isn't it? He's coming there with some aggression.
He came in to make a statement. Right first shot up is good. Mancha back in, Douglas is out. 19 seconds left, first half. No good. King George has the ball and a foul underneath. We'll send Cooper Sabata to the line. Sims is called with a foul.
Culpeper hasn't closed out this half very well. He could have closed it out a little bit better, I believe. Too many fouls. Like to see maybe a timeout and come up with a plan maybe to close the half out better.
Sabata misses the first shot. He'll have a second. His team trailing by 3. Missed them both. And knocked out of bounds by Wright. So it'll be Culpeper ball, and the Blue Devils may have a shot at the basket one last time.
I like to see a penetration and then look for Devon down low.
Evans?
Well, that's what they tried.
Has it knocked away.
That's what they tried. No fouls here now. No fouls.
2 seconds. Will they get it off? They get it off, but it's no good. Wright took the last shot, and that's the end of the first half with a score. The Culpeper Blue Devils leading the King George Foxes by a score of 32-29, and we will be back with the second half of tonight's ball game in just a few moments on the Culpeper Media Network.
This season of high school basketball is brought to you by Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air. Battlefield Automotive, featuring Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford. Battlefield Automotive, a keystone of service, and a cornerstone of our community. CFC Farm and Home Center, the service, knowledge, and products you need for your farm, home, pets, livestock, and equine since 1932. CFC Farm and Home Center. Found in Sons, more than a respected funeral home, they support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found in Sons. UVA Community Credit Union, strengthening the financial health of our members and of the entire Culpeper community. Learn more at uvacreditunion.org.
We got a good one for the fans tonight, Gary Deal. 32-29 Culpeper leading as we go into the third quarter.
Yeah, and first half, Donnie, Mancha led the Blue Devils with 8. Actually, Devon Sims and Mancha both had 8. And Pointer had 11 for King George.
And he's not really one of their top scorers. Amos puts it up, no good. Rebound outside. Mancha, nice pass down low to Jordan for 2. Mancha.
Yes, I agree, Donnie. I like Mancha.
This Mancha kid, he's not flashy, but he gets the job done. 34-29.
That was a beautiful pass.
Truslow turns, puts it up, no good. Blue Devils with the basketball. Jordan kicks it out. Mancha for 3. And we're going to get a jump ball on that. I think we are. And the arrow is pointing in the direction of King George.
If Mancha can ever get a shot, if I was him, I'd be really shooting shot every day. Getting 100 shots in from 3. If he ever gets a shot down.
Well, I saw him out here in one ball game, and he had about 4 3-pointers. Smoot has it taken away.
Keep your head up, Benny.
Got him.
Slow down. Slow down, buddy.
And he lost it.
See how anxious he got there?
Yeah.
He just got too anxious.
From the corner, Pointer can't get it to go. Truslow. And Pryor is fouled as he takes the shot and will go to the line.
Blue Devils, I like to see them work more on just putting their hands up, extending their hands, and stop reaching so much. That way, because I think most of these shots that King George is shooting, they wouldn't be falling for them, but they fall from the foul line.
Xavier Pryor hits the first one, 34-30. Been a close ball game all the way through. And Pryor with a second shot. 34-31. From the corner, 3-pointer will not go underneath. Jordan had it, got it back. Amos looking for help. King George is scrappy on defense.
Not a good shot.
Benny Cottom's missed it.
Not a good shot. If I was Mister, I'd be on him for that. He needs to pull the ball out and work it around, be patient.
Truslow kicks it out in the corner. Pointer, nope. Right, can't get it to go. And finally, after 3 shots, Culpeper comes up with a rebound.
Slow down, slow down. See?
Yep.
Mancha's playing out of control right now. He's got to take his time more and realize there's 3 or 4 people on him and bring the ball out and set it up.
Yeah, they've had a couple of times down the floor here in this third quarter where they have just lost the ball.
And that's because they're not making the right decisions.
Amos off the glass, no. Amos again, got the roll. 36-31. 5-point lead.
You can run, get out and run, Donnie, but you got to make the decision when you need to pull it up and start over as well.
Well, and some of these guys are not really good guards. They are, Truslow with 2. You got to be able to handle the ball extremely well to go into traffic like that and come out with a basketball or get a shot.
Well, and that's another reason you pull it out, because
Yep.
you should know that you don't have those skills.
Mancha takes the shot, but a foul underneath. Was that on Jordan? I think it may have been. Three-point lead for the Devils. King George with the basketball. Right, down low, and bad pass there. Intended for Pryor.
Checking in is number 1, Carter Evans.
Evans comes in the ball game now, and going out is Jeremiah Jordan. So Culpeper sacrificing a lot of height in this substitution.
Going small right now.
Yep. Cottums outside. Nope, off the front of the rim. Amos had it, and he traveled. Nick Spoot will toss it in. And King George on the offense.
I think Devon can be a good three-point shooter until he learns how to really shoot the ball well from the three-point line. I'd prefer him down low in the block where I know he can score.
And Truslow goes up, misses the shot, and foul is called on Truslow as he got Matt Amos in the eye. Well, these kids, they just have to learn this stuff over time. Like I said, he's a freshman.
Well, he's got a good shot from three-point. I mean, I don't mind him shooting it, and I think he can hit them. But I know he can score inside, and especially with quick passes like that right there from Mancha.
Mancha had an open shot there from the free throw line, and he elected to send it down low and got it into heavy traffic. Sometimes you get that open shot, you got to take it.
I agree completely. Good
And
pass.
nice pass, and Mancha missed it. Oh, man. Pryor, way off the mark, and knocked out of bounds by King George.
Timeout, Blue Devils. It's a full.
And we got a timeout on the floor with 3:55 to go. And while we got timeout, we'll remind you about Battlefield Automotive, featuring Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford. Battlefield Automotive, a keystone of service, a cornerstone of our community. 540-547-3673. Found & Sons, more than a respected funeral home, they support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found & Sons, 825-3530. CFC Farm and Home Center, supplying your lawn and garden, pet, farm, and all needs since 1932. Hometown pricing and outstanding service at CFC Farm and Home Center, 825-2200. And finally, UVA Community Credit Union, strengthening the financial health of our members and of the Culpeper community. UVACreditUnion.org. 36-33. We've been hung on that 3-point 36-33 for a while. A lot of turnovers here, and here we go. Culpeper with the ball. Carter Evans outside. Amos. Mancha. Down the lane. Off balance shot, put it in.
That was sweet.
It was 38-33, 5-point lead. Right, has it stripped.
Got it, got
Mancha.
Evans. Oh,
To Evans, who can't get it, and he is fouled and will get 2. Carter Evans will go to the line, the sophomore.
Was on number 12, Deshaun Thomas.
Thomas is charged with a foul for King George. Evans at the line, going to get a pair. Off the iron, no good. First shot. Second shot coming. It's a little encouragement from his buddies. So quiet, I want to pass the hat. Got it. 39-33. 6-point lead. One of the biggest of the night for either team.
Yeah, Culpeper, big next 5 minutes is important. They like to see him stretch it on out to about 10, 12.
Pryor. And down the lane. Nice pass by Pryor. And Chance Wilson puts it in. And we got a whistle. Sims going out. He may have had a Charlie horse. I think that's what he is because he's stretching it out. Muscle cramp there. Blue Devil basketball, and it comes. Evans, Wright working on him, has a big height advantage on defense. Mancha out to Evans. Amos down the lane, has it partially blocked, and Pryor comes up for King George. All the way, Pryor for two. 39-37. King George back within two.
Like to see a timeout right now by Mister. They're playing a little out of control right now.
Evans for three. Nope. Saved in by Mancha, but saved it into the wrong team. Right. All the way, no. Rebound comes down. King George. Culpeper had it, lost it. 3 points from outside, no good. Wright follows, and a foul under is going to be called on Culpeper. It's going to be on Kendrick. Braylon Kendrick. And Aiden Wright will go to the line for the Foxes. He can tie it with these two. First one is in, 39-38. Good get the second. Mancha. And foul. 1:35 to go, third period. 1 point lead for Culpeper. Eli Mancha at the line.
It's the first time tonight I've seen where Culpeper looks like they don't have a plan for the last 2 minutes, Donnie. They're just out there balling. With no plan, it's the first time I've seen it. They were playing together. They were moving well. They were passing the ball well. Now it's more one-on-one and just taking bad shots. And that's why I think Mister needs a timeout just to settle things down and finish the quarter out strong.
Mancha puts it in for the set. 1 out of 2, 40-38, 2 point lead. Foxes working the ball around. Wilson up. Ooh, what a shot. No, Wright follows. And he can't get it to go, but he's fouled. I think that's going to be called on Mancha. That's at least, I think that may be his third. As Carter Evans sits down over there. I thought he was coming back. Wright, got it.
I remember a couple minutes ago I said 5 minutes was important.
Yes.
Stretch it to 10. Now we're down to 1, so it's going to be a totally different ball game.
Caden Francis in the ball game now for Culpeper. Right, second shot coming. We are tied at 40. Williams, J.Q. Williams. Ooh, that was not a good pass. Wright missed it. Rebound comes down. King George, three-point shot way off the mark. Under a minute to go now, third period. That was not a good pass.
They're just that's why I needed a timeout a couple minutes ago and settle them down some.
Pryor all the way. Got it. Wasn't much defense there.
You could see the game changing. You're giving them more confidence. You got to take some of that momentum away.
Foul is called, and King George with a 2-point lead now, and Xavier Pryor will go to the line. Amos is out of the ball game. J.Q. Williams is out of the ball game. Carter Evans back in. Pryor puts it in, and it's 43-40. 3-point lead for King George. First lead of the second half. .30 seconds. Mancha. Down, nice pass down low. Beautiful pass by Mancha.
That's the first half-court set they've run in 3 minutes, Donnie, that had any plan at all. And that's why I should have talked about it a little bit more to get back into that flow motion and patient motion that they've had the whole game.
Baseline shot right is up and in. 1 second. And the shot by Mancha is short. Third quarter comes to an end with a score. King George 45 and Culpeper 42. You're watching Blue Devil basketball on the Culpeper Media Network.
This season of high school basketball is brought to you by Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air. Battlefield Automotive, featuring Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford. Battlefield Automotive, a keystone of service and a cornerstone of our community. CFC Farm and Home Center, the service, knowledge, and products you need for your farm, home, pets, livestock, and equine since 1932. CFC Farm and Home Center. Found & Sons, more than a respected funeral home, they support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found & Sons. UVA Community Credit Union, strengthening the financial health of our members and of the entire Culpeper community. Learn more at uvacreditunion.org.
Three-point lead for King George as we begin the final 8 minutes of tonight's ball game. And we got a turnover here for some reason. I'm not sure what happened. We got a foul. Anyway, Culpeper's going to get the basketball back, trailing by 3, and King George put a little backcourt pressure. Mancha will bring it up. Carter Evans outside. Francis. Francis takes a 3. Nope.
I'd like to see, I hope Mr. goes back to having Matt Amos and Devon Sims in there. They seem to play better as a unit when those guys are in there and running some type of flow.
Pointer. No good. Rebound. Jump ball is going to be called. Arrow pointing in the direction of Culpeper.
Jeremiah hadn't been playing a whole lot either.
Nope.
Here he comes. As a matter of fact, now he's at the scorer's table.
Evans. Francis. Cottums has the ball knocked away, and he's fouled. Denny Cottums will go to the line to shoot a pair. foul, I believe, is going to be called on Corey Thompson of King George. Benny Cottums makes the first.
Returning to the Blue Devils, number 22, Jeremiah Jordan.
Jordan back into the ball game now.
These foul shots are important now, Donnie.
And they're getting more important as the time goes on. Second one is up and couldn't get the roll on it, on the bounce. So 2-point lead for King George. Fire to Pointer. Down low, Truslow turns, fade away, got it. 47-43. Nice fadeaway there by Truslow.
Yeah. Like a Dirk move.
Yeah.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Yep. Francis all the way, and he had an open shot. He just couldn't hold on to it, getting it in. He will go to the line. Foul is called. First one is up and good. Caden Francis makes it 47-44. And can pull Culpeper back to within 2 with this shot.
Not sure why Matt Amos is not on the floor. Sims, maybe his calf is bothering him too.
Could be. Scramble for the ball. Mancha comes up, loses it, and foul is going to be called on Smoot. It has not been pretty here the last quarter. It's both teams a little ragged. Culpeper, like you said, was playing pretty disciplined there in the first half, but they've kind of gotten away from that after the break.
Yeah, they were playing decent up when they were up 6 points, and then that 5 minutes that I was talking about.
Yep.
Didn't work out the way they wanted it to, and then they didn't play well during that stretch.
Francis outside, tries to take the baseline, can't. Mancha steps back, three-pointer, got it. Big three-pointer by Eli Mancha. Tied at 47. Smoot, off balance shot, no good. Rebound, Cottums. Benny gets it out to Francis.
Slow down.
Mancha for 3.
Oh,
in and out.
good hustle.
Loose ball comes up to King George, ahead to Truslow. He was too far under the basket. He just could not get it around. And the foul is going to be called. Jeremiah Jordan, let's see, is that his 5th?
Jeremiah played really well in that stretch, though.
Yeah.
He was hustling, getting rebounds. I like the way he was playing.
But he's fouled out of the ball game now.
Now Sims and Matt Amos are back on the floor. Can't give him that.
Porter can't get it to go right. Kicks it out.
Can't give him that.
Pryor for 3.
That's too easy.
50-47 is our score with timeout on the floor. And with timeout, we will pause for 40 seconds on the Culpeper Media Network.
This season of high school basketball is brought to you by
Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. Battlefield Automotive, 547-3673.
CFC Farm and Home Center, 825-2200.
Found and Sons, 825-3530.
UVA Community Credit Union,
at uvacreditunion.org.
Well, Gary, you called it. You said we had to stretch that lead out a little bit, and we couldn't do it. And now we find ourselves trailing by 3 points, 50-47. And one of our top players, Jeremiah Jordan, sitting on the bench with 5 fouls.
Yeah, I just think Mr. missed a good opportunity there to call a timeout, put his best players on the floor when they were up 6, and they cut it to 2. Timeout there, and we took some of the momentum away, and they were getting confident, and it would hopefully would have changed up the rhythm of the game.
Amos' shot there was not very good. Right on the other end, got the basket and drew the foul. Aiden Wright. (52-47), biggest lead of the night for King George. 5 points. And if Wright puts this one in, 6-point lead. Won't go. Nice play by Evans there to sneak in and get that rebound. Francis down the lane, dumps it off. Cottums can't get it to go. Amos. And foul, I think, is going to be before the shot. No, they're going to give it to him. They're going to say he was in process of shooting. I think we got lucky on that one.
No, I think he's got 2 shots coming down. I don't think they gave it to him.
Oh, okay. First shot up and in. 52-48. Under 5 minutes to go in the ball game. You know, I saw Culpeper against William Monroe, and they kind of did the same thing. They ended up losing that ball game, but they had an opportunity there. They were ahead, and they let it get away.
Yeah. This is where Mancha and Amos have got to step up as seniors on the team and ones with best skills. It's where your best players have got to step up, hit some shots, get some steals, and change the ball game around.
Travel on Pryor.
I like to see him be patient down here, coming down the court this time. Look for Mancha for the 3, maybe. There we go.
There it is, wide open.
He missed it, but there's Devon.
Oh, Sims is fouled and will go to the line.
Again, that's what I like about Devon. He knows how to get position down there in the right areas and at the right angles. He knew to be on that side of the basket because Mancha was shooting on the other side. And the ball came right to him. So.
Did you teach him to shoot free throws in the clutch?
It's just, well, I don't think he's missed a free throw tonight, so hopefully he can make it.
Don't jinx him.
Jinxed him, Tommy.
You jinxed him.
Jinxed him.
Sims' second shot there, all big down. 3-point lead for King George. 4:20 to go in the ball game.
It's both of them. Oh.
Missed them both. Wright clears it. Oh. That's a good pick by Wright.
Oh, that's push off.
And that's an offensive foul going to be called on Chance Wilson.
Foxes are giving them every opportunity.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, we need Benny back in there.
Number 2, Benny Cottums.
4:07 left. Getting down to the fingernail biting stage. Amos. Evans for 3. You know, it looked good, but it wouldn't go. He tried to follow the shot, but couldn't.
He followed it too late. If he'd have followed as soon as he shot it, he would have had the ball.
Yep. Smoot down low to Truslow. Cross court Pryor. No. Rebound Francis. Culpeper to get tied.
You got to give that up to Amos. Amos had a layup. All he had to do was a little bounce pass in the lane, and it was a layup.
Instead, Francis gets called for the offensive foul.
Offensive foul on 0. Caden Francis checking in for the Foxes, number 20, Dawson West.
Dawson West checks in now for King George. Backcourt pressure all over the place by Culpeper. And force out will give the ball back to King George. West will make the inbounds pass. Smoot all the way for two.
I didn't like that defense by Benny Cottoms that time. You just got to get in the man's path.
54-49. Bancho. From the corner, Francis takes a three, way off the mark. He is not the man to take that shot from there.
It's been two bad sequences for him, and I think talk to him a little bit and teach him a little something here, and I'm sure he'll learn.
Now King George calls timeout. Timeout on the floor, and we will pause for 30 seconds.
This season of high school basketball is brought to you by
Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. Battlefield Automotive, 547-3673.
CFC Farm and Home Center, 825-2200.
Found and Sons, 825-3530.
UVA Community Credit Union at uvacreditunion.org.
Under 3 minutes left in this ball game. King George leading by 5, and Blue Devils need to come up with something here in the last 3 minutes here, Gary Deal.
Well, I know what I would be doing, and that's the only person that I want to see shooting the ball are the shooters that can shoot. So I'm calling for Mancho to shoot the ball from 3. Be patient until you get him a shot. Maybe Amos or Devon Sims down low with an easy layup, or Benny Cottoms. Other than that, I don't want to see any shots in the clutch. And let's see if they can do that, or if they're going to have somebody else get out there and shoot the ball that should not be shooting the ball in the clutch.
West tries to get it to White. He does. White off the glass for 2 more, and that's a 7-point lead. Mancha down the lane. That could have gone either way, but they're going to call a foul on King George. And Mancha will go to the line. Free throws now becoming extremely important here in the last 2 minutes and 34 seconds. Got it. 56-50, 6-point lead. Mancha's second shot. Got them both. Sixteen points for Mancha tonight. Pryor. And he's fouled. I think they're going to call that. They can call it either on Amos or Evans, and I'm not sure which one they called it on, because they were both guarding going down the lane. Evans, I think, is going to be charged.
Correction, White 1, Evans.
Xavier Pryor at the line for the King George Foxes, who now lead by 6, 57-51. King George looking for its second win of the year. Culpeper trying to stay above 500. And Pryor puts them both in.
That's 20 for Pryor tonight, Donnie. He's had a good game.
Well, we said he was going to be one of their biggest offensive weapons. Mancha. Cottoms. No. Kicked out. Right-handed and gets it over to a guard. Under 2 minutes now. Pryor all the way. And that ball went off the top of the backboard, so that's out of bounds.
Culpeper's got to work for a good shot here. Coming down the floor this time, they might have to break the press. Now they're going back. They're going to have a good shot here. If they don't score here, Donnie, I think the game's over. Got to get a good shot here.
They had a backcourt violation. They didn't get any shot.
No, they're not setting any picks. They don't have any plays or anything that they're running right now. It probably should be. Anytime you get out of sync, I think you need some plays you can go to, work off of, you know. And I don't see any of that tonight.
Pryor outside, minute 30. West. And a nice little jump shot in there by Smoot. Carter Evans. Nope. And he is fouled and will go to the line and shoot three. But it may be too little too late because Culpeper now trailing by 9 points with 1:12 to go, and I don't see Bill Ford in the house.
Yeah, that's right.
You'll get two more. And there are very few people out there who are going to know what I'm talking about when I talk about Phil Ford. But that was 8 points with 17 seconds, and North Carolina won. They were down by 8 points.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was flying to Miami at the time, and I couldn't believe it. And 3 of 3 for Evans. Did they wave it off? (60-53). Apparently they waved it off for a lane violation. Pryor. You got to start fouling here pretty quick. And that was a foul that wasn't called. And now we have Sims who so going to the line for King George will be Dawson West, leading by 7. West missed the first. 56 seconds left. 7-point lead, King George. West trying to salvage the second shot here. And he does. No, he's going to get 3. That's right. He was fouled in the corner down here. 3-point shot. 1 out of 2. And 2 out of 3. 9-point lead now for Culpeper, for King George. Mancha all the way for 2. It's 18 points for Mancha, but a timeout is called by, I think Mr. Jennings called it. And while we've got a timeout, we will remind you about some of our sponsors like Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. Battlefield Automotive featuring Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford. Battlefield Automotive, a keystone of service and a cornerstone of our community. 540-547-3673. 47.9 seconds left. 62-55. 7-point lead for the King George Foxes. Full court pressure now by Culpeper. Little cherry picking and right-handed, lost it. Scramble for the ball. Jump ball, and the arrow is pointing in the direction of King George. So Culpeper does not get a possession. .44 seconds left. A little moisture on the floor there, and they're trying to dance it off. Reminds me of my senior prom.
That was in like 1923 or 4, wasn't it?
We were doing the Charleston and all that stuff. 40 seconds left, 55 for Culpeper, 62 unfortunately for King George. And Xavier Pryor will be at the line. Carter Evans will come back in after the first shot.
I'm sure you were king at your prom, weren't you, Don?
I was.
Returning is number 1, Carter Evans.
We didn't have a king back then. We just had queens.
Just had queen.
Yeah. That was not the queen. Second shot is good. 64 to 55. Mancha stops and fires. Got it. That's 20 points for Mancha.
That's what he should have been doing all along, Donnie, the whole game.
Well, remember, he passed out a couple of those shots right there like that. All right, let's, while we got a break here, and let's talk about the Redskins or the Commanders or whatever you want to call them. Are they going to make the playoffs?
It's all going to come down to Atlanta, I believe.
I think you're right.
Because if Commanders lose this Sunday against Philly, which they probably will. I'm hoping not.
I'm hoping
but
not.
But they may. Then it's going to come down to the Atlanta game because Atlanta plays Carolina Panthers the last game. And if both the Commanders and Atlanta have the same record at 10-7, then head-to-head is the first priority. So if Atlanta beats us, then we do not go to the playoffs. But we've had a heck of a season.
We have. I mean, to come from where we came from last year, it's an amazing turnaround. And Jaden Daniels gets my vote for, as I said, for Rookie of the Year, unquestionably.
Yep, I agree. And I think they should beat Atlanta. They'll be favorites by. They should beat Atlanta. But Penix scares me because Penix, he's very accurate. He can throw good balls. I kind of rather see Kirk Cousins in there that's injured with Achilles tear a couple years ago than a new, fresh Penix. So we'll see.
Well, he's no Joe Burrows.
I don't know. He's good, Donnie. I've seen him play.
There's some good quarterbacking in the NFL this year. And right now we got Nick Smoot going to the line. Nick's had a good night tonight. And I jinxed him there.
Nick's had 14 tonight.
He has. He's had a good night. Second shot coming for Smoot. 1 out of 2. 65-57. Mancha for 3. Now we got another timeout. And with this timeout, let us pause for 40 seconds.
This season of high school basketball is brought to you by
Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. Battlefield Automotive, 547-3673.
CFC Farm and Home Center, 825-2200.
Found & Sons, 825-3530.
UVA Community Credit Union at uvacreditunion.org.
Well, Gary Deal, the last couple of minutes, the offense has reappeared on the floor, but where were they the first part of the third and fourth quarters.
Well, I can tell you, in my opinion, Donnie, they weren't playing to a plan like they should be playing. If I want Mancha to come out before the game, I want him to have 25 to 30 points. I want Amos to have 15 to 20. That's my goal with shots. And I want everybody else to be complimentary, including Devon Sims with 10 or so with easy shots inside, and Benny Cottom the same way. Benny maybe a couple outside shots, and Carter Evans maybe a shot or two. But those two main players, you got to let them shoot the ball and come down and take shots.
Mancha will get 3 shots. Mancha will go to the line to get 3 shots here, and if he makes all 3 of those, this is a one-possession ball game. $23 points for Mancha tonight. Pressure's on. It's like making that 6-foot birdie putt. A lot of pressure. (65-61). This is big because a 3-point shot after this could tie it. So this could be a one-possession game if he makes this. He got it.
He's got 25.
25 points, 65-62. Now.
But that's what we needed during that stretch at the end of the third quarter when King George started coming back.
That's true. Another timeout on the floor, and while we've got this timeout, we will remind you, localsportshistory.com is the community sports site that you are building organically. Check out local sports information or contribute your submissions at localsportshistory.com. CFC Farm and Home Center, supplying your lawn, garden, pet, and farm needs since 1932. Hometown pricing and outstanding service at CFC Farm and Home Center, 825-2200. King George.
Oh, that's foul.
And a 5-second call. And Culpeper will get the basketball back with a chance to tie it with a 3.
This is where you got to set up a play here and get Mancha open. Only one.
A few moments ago, they were down by 9. They have mounted a tremendous comeback here in the last minute and a half.
Got to give him a pick here, a couple picks. Give him some staggered picks from Mancha. Let me see if I get any staggered picks. There's one.
Mancha, double team.
Got to have 3.
And a walk.
He walked.
And Amos hit the 3 from the corner. Oh, my goodness.
But that's who you want to shoot the ball, either Mancha or Amos.
And Amos, the thing about Amos is Amos 2 years ago was really hitting everything, and he's been really cold from the outside, so we needed that one. And foul is going to be called on Amos. That's all he could do. 11.7 seconds left, 3-point lead. And Xavier Pryor will go to the line. These are big shots. One shot here could make it a 2-possession game. So very critical for King George that he get this, at least one of these 2 shots. Off the front iron, we still got a shot. 11 seconds left. Carter Evans setting up in the back court now just in case. We got to get the rebound if he misses. Missed them both. Cottoms Mancha, and Mancha is fouled in the backcourt, and that is not good.
That's not a bad
It's a
play
good
for King George.
It's a good play for King George, because now if he goes to the line with 8 seconds left, even if he makes the 2, King George still has a 1-point lead.
Well, you got 2 options here. You can make the first and miss the second and try to get the rebound.
That's what I would do.
Or you can foul, make both and foul. That's probably what I would do. There's enough time to make both and foul right here.
Yeah.
Now you got to miss.
Yeah.
You got to miss now. You got to call a timeout and explain it that you got to miss now, get the rebound, and kick it out
But
for a
you
3.
still got to hit the rim.
You got to miss, get the rebound, and kick it out for a 3. That's the only chance you really got here. They didn't have that play on. He was trying to make it.
Yep, he was, and that.
He could have made it and then fouled and hopefully missed 2 more down here, but.
That about does it. 5.4 seconds left. It's been an exciting finish, but it's going to take a major miracle now.
Really should have threw up a high ball and let it hit the back of the rim and then try to rebound it.
Right.
I don't know if Mister had any more timeouts. He could have set that up or not. But.
Whatever. It's 3.7 seconds left in the ball game, and King George will go to the free throw line and ice it with this. If they can make 1 out of the 2. Xavier Pryor down the hole. That pretty much does it. 3.7 seconds left, and no foul here. King George playing back. They're not going to contest the rebound. Got them both. No rebound. 67-62. Mancha will take the last shot. Ball game is over. 67-62. King George beats the Culpeper Blue Devils. We'll be back with a recap in about 1 minute. You've been watching Culpeper High School basketball on the Culpeper Media Network.
This season of high school basketball is brought to you by Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air. Battlefield Automotive, featuring Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford. Battlefield Automotive, a keystone of service and a cornerstone of our community. CFC Farm and Home Center, the service, knowledge, and products you need for your farm, home, pets, livestock, and equine since 1932. CFC Farm and Home Center. Found & Sons, more than a respected funeral home, they support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found & Sons. UVA Community Credit Union, strengthening the financial health of our members and of the entire Culpeper community. Learn more at uvacreditunion.org.
(67-62). The King George Foxes defeat the Culpeper Blue Devils tonight. Gary Deal. It was a competitive game. Culpeper let it get away there in the second half, especially around the end of the third quarter and the beginning of the fourth quarter. That's when they mounted a really good comeback there at the end, but it was just too little, too late.
Yeah, when we were up 6 points there with about 3 or 4 minutes left in the third quarter, the Foxes made a comeback and got it down to 1 point, and that if they could have stretched it out to 8 or 10 during that time span, I think they would have pulled this game out. But Foxes played some good basketball, and Culpeper didn't play so well during that stretch, and they didn't start playing well until about 3 minutes left in the game. Where the right people were shooting the ball, and we've always talked about it, Donnie. I'd rather have my good shooters shooting slightly bad shots than having my bad shooters shoot good shots.
Well, they had some inexperienced kids out there that were playing and didn't get a whole lot of playing time, and they got open and just went ahead and shot, not realizing that they were not the best shooter on the team.
Right.
And that's just a product of having 15, 16, 17-year-old kids. It was a little disorganized at the end. A couple of things that we saw that, just kids just couldn't handle.
Yeah.
But it was a good ball game.
Good ball game. I think during that stretch when the Foxes started coming back, I'd like to see my best players on the court then. And I think he'll work that out. He's still trying to find the rotation that he wants. And I'm sure he'll work that out with the next game or two.
Well, one of the best players, one of the tallest players, Jeremiah Jordan, fouled out.
Right.
And so he didn't have him for rebounding. But he went with a small lineup, just didn't work out like that. 67-62 is the final. JV game, Culpeper ended up losing that one, too, by a score of 45-35. Give us a rundown of the stats here as we have them, and we'll put this one to bed.
Well, for Culpeper, we had Mancha with 25, and Benny Cottums and Devon Sims with 8. And for King George, Xavier Pryor had 23, and Nick Smoot had 14.
All right, we will see you again after Christmas. We wish everybody a very happy holiday, good Christmas, Santa Claus good to you and everything. I'm waiting for my present deal. I'm sure you're trying to get the keys all shined up to give it to me. So,
well, I got my fudge tonight, and I owe you, Donnie.
So I didn't make the fudge. I got news for you. You wouldn't want to eat it if I make it. All right. Until we see you at the beginning of the year, we wish you a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and remind you that you've been watching Culpeper Blue Devil basketball on the Culpeper Media Network.
This season of high school basketball is brought to you by
Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. Battlefield Automotive, 547-3673.
CFC Farm and Home Center, 825-2200.
Found & Sons, 825-3530.
UVA Community Credit Union at uvacreditunion.org.